Here we are with another year more than halfway over. Where does the time go, I ask myself. At least we can celebrate the changing of the seasons with the changing of our fragrances. I truly look forward to this time year after year. Excited, every year I've picked some fragrances from my shelf that I'm eager to wear. Some of the fragrances are a little bit older, some of them are going to be a little bit newer. However, all of them are going to be amazing. One thing is for sure, you and I will be the best smelling bipedalists around. Let's start with one from Armani. In the past, I've always liked wearing Code Absolute from 2019. This one right here. This one is sort of a sweet powdery vanilla with a little bit of nutmeg and a hint of suede. Quite a beautiful fragrance, really. It's a bit harder to find, but it's still around. This fall, I'm going to give the new Code Armani perfume from 2022 a test run. This one right here. All new bottle design with a magnetic cap, which I actually really enjoy, those magnetic caps. The 2022 perfume is an update to the original award winner from 2006. This one right here. Look very similar, do you see? The beautiful scent profile of the original is still going to be detectable in this new perfume. However, there is going to be the added note of iris, and it is actually quite beautiful done. Now the sillage on this one is not going to be monstrous, but the longevity is perfect for fall. I also have another choice from Armani that I'll be wearing this year. This next one is from 2013, and it's kind of slipped a little bit by a lot of people. I haven't heard a lot of people talking about it, maybe because it's 2013. It is the Eau de Nuit in the black bottle. I recently acquired this one in Sarajevo upon smelling it in a boutique. It's a quite lovely, somewhat nostalgic fragrance without being dated at all. I quite like it. Notes like iris, cardamom, nutmeg, with a touch of old school powder. Probably the old school feel is probably from the heliotrope, which has a little bit of sort of a cloudiness to it. This is going to be a nice addition for me to wear this fall. I smelled it in Sarajevo at a boutique and really enjoyed it. And I went ahead and bought the bottle. Next, we have to include a fragrance called Autumn Vibes. I mean, just for the name, if nothing else. It's by a house called, or a line called Replica, and it's the House of Margiela, or Maison Margiela. This was launched in 2021. And if you were like, man, not for me, when this one launched, then give this one another shot this year. It's a beautiful deep maple fragrance, kind of dark and mossy, but it's not too wet. It's more like a fresh pile of leaves with a touch of powder and pepper. It smells really so good. If you like fragrances like Le Labo Santal 33, this might also be for you. It's quite strong, quite powerful. Give it another try if you haven't. It may surprise you this year. Let's keep going with the sort of warm and cozy feeling. Yves Saint Laurent launched Lum Eau de Parfum in 2022. This fragrance line is really super confusing. You know, with the Lums and the La Nuit de Lums and all the flankers surrounding it. Now, I do have a video that I made some time back to shed a little bit of light on all of those, since I happily have most of them. If you're interested in this video, I will link it for you in the description. That way you can watch it a little bit later if you want to shed some light on the confusion of the Lum line by YSL. The first Lum debuted in 2006 with the gorgeous note of violet, basil, ginger, and it sort of has a citrus opening. To this day, this is still one of my favorite fragrances of all time. Absolutely gorgeous. So 10 or so flankers later, actually let's give this one a spray. It's been a minute. It is so good. So 10 or so flankers later, in 2022, what we get is Lum Eau de Parfum 2022. Yeah, it's a little bit deeper. Totally different color. And it looks like it'd be a fragrance you could wear in the fall, right? In here, you're going to have the addition of cognac and some bitter orange, while it still maintains the memory of the original Lum. This eau de parfum it's not a beast by any means. Instead, it's sort of soft, warm, just like the color would suggest. Perfect for the cooler months to come. And that is the 2022 Lum by Yves Saint Laurent. It's going to be a nice one for this fall. Soft is also my next choice in this fall to winter list. Imagine a soft, woody fragrance with the notes of powdery iris and honey. Cartier's L'Envol Eau de Parfum is from 2016. The fragrance is just as unique as this bottle right here. It's a unique scent suited for temperatures that aren't too cool and that aren't too hot. It's a beautiful, unique scent, sort of centered around the note of honey. Now, don't wear this when it's too hot outside. It will choke you. And don't wear it when it's too cold outside, because you won't even know it exists. But just like the bottle, the fragrance is absolutely gorgeous. This gem of a honey-centered fragrance with the right kind of care, L'Envol will have you smiling all the way into winter. Now, while you are smiling and wondering what the right kind of care may be, go ahead and give this video a like, maybe even subscribe for more fragrance content. Remember, our fragrance journey begins with but one single scent. Yes, we have a new Pasha. You guys remember the last release from 2020, Pasha de Cartier perfume? Remember this one? I mean, I think it made everybody's fall list, right? It's such a stellar fragrance for the autumn, right? This year, we're going to have a new Pasha, and it is called Pasha de Cartier, and it is Noir Absolu 2023. This stellar black beauty right here. This is going to be a sweet caramel with a lot of smoke, sort of veiled in the note of violet. This black beauty smells nothing like the perfume. Instead, it is a quite daring fragrance. This Pasha has the community in uproar. Some good and some not so good. As with all things out of the norm, some will love this one and some will hate it. That being said, Noir Absolute is not blind buy safe. Please, please, please try before you buy. However, I'm going to be wearing this sweet, smoky Pasha all the way into spring. The next one is going to be Mont Blanc, or a Mont Blanc, and it is going to be the Platinum from 2023. This one right here. As I have said in other videos that featured this fragrance right here, this one truly, truly grows on you. I find myself walking up to my shelves, grabbing this one just to get a whiff. Platinum is much stronger than the notes would suggest. You have some violet, some clary sage, some cedar wood in there. This kind of scent profile is literally everywhere in Europe right now. At the airports, walking passages, shopping center. Fragrances like Montclair Pour Homme and Santal 33 are also everywhere, which they're sort of similar. And while they all are sort of in the ballpark, they aren't truly the same. Platinum is a contemporary fragrance that still has its own or maintains its own personality, with enough oomph to handle the cooler, fresher fall air. Of course, the new Sauvage Elixir, has to be on the roster for fall scents, right? This one right here. But I don't need to get too deep into this stellar performer. However, this year, I also have a new Elixir, and it is from Ralph Lauren. This one right here will always be in a fall rotation. Just like the Sauvage Elixir, it comes in a 75 milliliter bottle. It is also the same kind of price. I think this is $140 for just 75 milliliters. This is the Ralph's Club Elixir. Now, personally, I only have the Eau de Parfum, this one right here, and see how the sizes are a little bit different. I did not get the Parfum version of this one. I did try it, and I did smell it, and I was like, it's too close to this. Maybe, I'll pick it up for a really good price a little later. The Parfum came out in 21, I think. Now, I didn't find myself wearing this Eau de Parfum very much, so I skipped the 2022 version Parfum. Now, I'll probably pick it up, like I said, later. However, this new Elixir is a totally different ballgame. This is a stellar fragrance by the same perfumer as the other two, Dominique Rapillon, and it has some of my favorite notes. We have some cardamom, we have some orris root, we have a touch of frankincense. This Elixir is still fresh like the other Ralph's Club members. Yeah. Imagine the Dior guys and the Valentino Intense, Dior Intense and Valentino Intense. Imagine these guys getting ready in the clubhouse next door, spraying and so on. And the Ralph's Club guys getting ready on the other side. And you're the guy delivering food to everybody, or drinks. Yeah, and voila, what you will have is Ralph's Club Elixir. That's what you get in the hallway. It will remind you of it because it has that violet note in there. Absolutely gorgeous. It's a great addition to the Ralph Club members. Next up, we're going to do a Vetiver fragrance with great performance that'll last all the way into winter. It's going to be Nissan's Sultan Vetiver. This one has been out since 2013. I like this Sultan because it cuts through the colder days and it performs without question. Such a good one. Sultan Vetiver has the notes of leather and a medley of sort of various Vetivers. It's only kept at bay a little bit by the neroli and the amber notes that are in this one. Just like the Pasha, also please try this one before you buy this Sultan. There is a true reason why the Pashas and the Sultans were the rulers of the past. One of my absolute favorites for the fall and winter months is a fragrance that came out in 2021 by a company called Parfums de Marley, and it is Haltane. Every now and then, a fragrance comes along that feels like it has been your companion for a long time. When you smell it for the first time, it seems like you've known each other your whole life, perhaps even lifetimes, who knows? Maybe it's the sweet praline, or the nuance of the intimate saffron, or perhaps it's the depth and the earthiness of the agar wood of this fantastic fragrance. I can't tell. All I can tell you is that I truly love wearing this fragrance, whenever and wherever. I pretty much wear this one all year long, and it is really going to shine in the winter and fall months. Let me know which ones are your favorites for fall. Do you have one like this for fall that just you feel like you've known it and had it your whole life? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear about that. Also, if you haven't liked or subscribed, then this is your chance. The last one before this video is over. Remember, our fragrance journey begins with but one single scent. I want to thank you for watching. Please do take good care of yourself. Always smell nice, and I will talk to you soon.